What's up, guys? It's Russo, and I'm super excited to be getting into some NBA. Been taking about a week or, 10 days off because my schedule was getting a little bit crazy, so I kept covering NFL, but schedule's opening up, and I'm going to be covering NBA as much as I can every day if possible, and we'll continue to get NFL as well. I've got 4 plays for Prizepicks. I'm going to be starting an Underdog streaks play on the first game of the night. I'm excited about both of these plays. And if you're a part of the Discord, if this one cashes, we're going to jump right into the next play for this streak slip. I'll be posting that in the Discord, which is down below if you guys want to come join us. It's less than 50 cents a day. Come be a part of our community, sign up through Patreon, and then jump into the Discord. And if you're unfamiliar with streaks, I know a lot of you watching play streaks as well. But if you're new to it, you start with 2 players. If those cash, you can take the money and run, or you can keep adding one more pick and build a big multiplier as you go, all the way up to 1000x, and then cash out whenever you want. It's a lot of fun. It updates quick too, so if it cashes during this game, we can jump into the next game and pick our next play. Let's start talking about the plays. So I'm going to be going with Austin Reaves over 31.5 PRA. This keeps bouncing between 31 and 32. I like them both, but 31, I got it locked in. So I'm feeling good about that. We're going to go with Jokic over 49.5 PRA. This one is like, it's a high number, not for Jokic, but you kind of never know with this high of a PRA if it's going to be him or if he's going to be dishing the ball all night. But I feel good about this matchup here against the Clippers. Going to be taking that for more. Kon Knueppel, Duke sensation. Everybody was focused on Cooper Flag, but Kon Knueppel is an absolute beast, and we're taking his first half PRA at 15. It was at 14.5. I would take this at 17.5 personally, but we're going to take it over 15. And then Paolo Banchero, we're going just defensive rebounds at 6.5. I love this play. This might be my favorite play of the day. This and Kon Knueppel, if you're just taking 2, those 2 are my favorites by far. And then, for the Underdog streaks, we're going to be going with Karl-Anthony Towns over 2.5 offensive rebounds, which I don't think is available on Prizepicks, but I do like that. And then Paolo Banchero, they didn't have just his defensive rebounds, but they got a good price on his regular rebounds, so I'm going over the 7.5. It's like a 0.88% multiplier instead of the full, but that's not that bad of a penalty there for a low line of 7.5 for his full, rebounds. So that's what we're going to be going with. If you guys haven't signed up for Underdog yet, use code BACKDOOR. They're going to give you $100 in bonus funds when you play your first 5. There's also a really cool option on there called ladders that's available. I think there might be some states where ladders isn't available, but just check the map and make sure that you're good to go before you sign up. But I mean, they're starting to really spread out, and they have a lot of just, I think, unique playing styles that I really enjoy. Code BACKDOOR, get $100 in bonus funds. And then we also got Chalkboard, another killer platform. If you use code BACKDOOR on Chalkboard, they're going to give you a free pick and 100% deposit match, so you can stack up your bankroll and execute it the way you want. Doubling up whatever you put in up front is awesome. So check that out as well. Let's start talking about the plays here. All right, so this is not the plays. This is just our over-unders that we take a look at here and there. So let's talk about Paolo. The defensive rebounds. When I noticed this, I got very excited because let's just start by looking at his regular rebounds. The regular rebounds, do you see anything familiar here? 9 or more in is that 6 out of his last 7 games? And then if we go to just defensive rebounds, it's still looking pretty solid. Look at that. 9, 8, 10, 10, 8. Most of his work is on defensive rebounds. He virtually almost never gets offensive rebounds. If you take a look here, we got our comparison. He has 1 game in 2025 with more than 1 offensive rebound. 1 game. His last 2 games, he has no offensive rebounds. Then we got 4 straight with 1. All of his work is on defensive rebounds, and we're getting this at 6.5 without it being a goblin. So I love this play for that very reason. So going to be taking that for more. This one's pretty simple to explain. I don't need to go into great detail here. But yeah, in that same game, I do like Karl-Anthony Towns for the opposite reason, because his offensive rebounds are pretty low and he kind of gets it done quite a bit. Just to juice this up a little bit, if we look at the away games, we got 4 straight games. Look at these last 2 away games. He has 10 in both, just defensive rebounds. So I love this play. I'm going to be taking it for more for that very reason. All right. Austin Reaves. So looks like it may be back up at 32.5. I still like this. I like this a lot. Look at this note here from Outlier. He's exceeded 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists in 7 of his last 8 games, averaging 44.4 points, rebounds, and assists. Okay, yeah. So since they're combining it all, it's got like, not a whole number there or whatever. But yeah, 44 is what he's averaging. The one game he missed, he still went for 29. And then if we take a look here, we know that Luka hasn't been in all the games. So we'll just, be aware of Luka, who I think is having a huge impact on Austin's performance, for the better, obviously. I think that he's learning how to play more like Luka, and we're seeing that. But yeah, he's done it 5 of those games Luka was a part of, and then the one that he missed, just barely missed, Luka was in that game too. So I know that Luka hasn't been out like a ton or anything, but I just wanted to factor that in. And if we look at the matchup here against Oklahoma City, it's pretty soft there at the shooting guard position. Let's see what they've got him playing. Now that it's Luka back, yeah, so Reaves should be at the 2 is what they're projecting. So yeah, if we take a look here, it's actually really tough. They're really tough against point guards, and the shooting guard position opens up quite a bit. 23rd in points allowed. About 30 points are what shooting guards are averaging against Oklahoma City. It's kind of just like a point funnel there. And then rebounds as well. 29th in rebounds allowed, 10 rebounds, just over 10. And then assists, just middle of the road, 14th in assists allowed. There's one more thing I wanted to look at here. Maybe not, but we can take a look here and see what past shooting guards have done. So with what Outlier is pulling up, because you kind of never know the data that they're pulling from. But looks like we have a lot with Memphis here. But yeah, this is just past lines. So the reason we don't always just see every single player is because was there a line for that player and how did they do on that line? So that's how it's gathering the data from what I understand. But yeah, we can see it's kind of been like a little bit of a 50-50 shot as far as when the line was there, if the guys hit. You can take a look at point guard position is pretty similar. Sometimes you can just jump in here and look for soft spots. And it's pretty balanced across the board here, but this is less about what Oklahoma City's been able to stop and more about what Austin Reaves has been doing, why I like this play. And again, I like it at 32.5 as well. Let's take a look at this over under for this game, see what they're projecting here. So we're playing in Oklahoma City. 230.5 over under, solid. They're expecting it to be a decent amount of action. Oklahoma City favored by just 6.5. This is going to be a great game. I've just been fiending to get back into NBA with you guys because NFL has been kicking my butt. I'm probably putting out too many plays because I enjoy doing this with you guys, and I tend to just treat it like you guys, like this is the Discord, and I'm just like putting out all the plays that I like instead of like narrowing it down to my absolute favorite plays. Might tighten things up a little bit for NFL until we get like a good streak going. But yeah, anyways, I'm really excited to be getting back into NBA with you guys. And so to me, every game on the board looks like an exciting game tonight because I haven't been covering it as much. There was one last thing here I want to check out about Paolo. Actually, no, I did cover it. We'll check this out about Austin though. So let's talk about away games. Let's see how that's looked. So yeah, 4 away games. Is that just with Luka? No, so that Luka's not in the situation there. So yeah, one miss was on the road against Memphis, and we know that the small forward position tends to eat against Memphis. So maybe Rui or someone was just going off a little bit more that game, and the assists were kind of down in that game as well. But yeah, on the road, he's gotten it done 75% of the time. So I'm feeling great about this play. All right, so Nikola Jokic. All right, let's start by talking about, we've got Kawhi Leonard out tonight, and who else? Someone else significant. What? No injuries to report. This has to refresh. Thought Kawhi was out. Oh, it must just be, oh, so that's in Denver. I was like, you freaking me out, man. I thought Kawhi was out. So Kawhi's out and Bradley Beal's out. Both of those guys are solid defenders. Bradley Beal getting a little bit up there in age, but still solid defender, still a solid player. He doesn't have like a whole lot of miles, so those two guys are out. That's going to help on the defensive side of things. And I just kept looking for someone within the Clippers to capitalize on with this situation, but I don't like the way the Clippers match up against Denver historically. But if we take a look at Jokic head to head, I know he hasn't done it a whole lot. Let's take a look at away games. It's tight. It tightens up a little bit in the head to heads playing away, but again, they're without some pretty solid defenders tonight. I actually want to check this over under. So 224.5 over under. And they're expecting Denver to win this by just a little bit, 3.5 points. Maybe being on the road does play a factor here. So let's go outside of let's just look at 2025. So you see he's been kind of like really turning things up here. I mean, he's been playing solid all of 2025. When you're talking about your lowest outings, your bad games being 43 PRA, that we're getting at 49.5. So the back half here, these last five, been a lot more solid. Let's look at the away games here, just in general, regardless who he's playing. So it's kind of similar, 50-50. But let's look at the matchup a little bit more specifically here. You're never really that nervous when you're taking Jokic, especially when it's under 50. It's just a matter of like, what does this game turn into? If this is going to be a close game, and usually when he's going up against someone like Zubats, it tends to be a pretty much a brawl, which is what we want here. So overall, looks like the only soft spot the Clippers have as a team is assists, ranked 27th. But let's look at some more specifically that center matchup. So 18th in points allowed to centers, and then 8th in rebounds allowed, 6th in assists allowed. Let's see what some of these centers have been doing here. So similar to the OKC example, it's kind of like a 50-50 shot at who was hitting their line at that position. Porzingis hit his just barely, hit 27. Mark Williams went for 25. Yeah, these guys are just barely beating their lines, except for Khalil Ware. He got his done pretty significantly. And Bam Adebayo, he did pretty good, something like 25%-ish over what his line was expected to be. But these guys are not Jokic. That's what I'm looking at here, and bro's been heating up here. I mean, this last game against Sacramento, 15 rebounds, and then 14 rebounds against Indiana. So the rebounds have been popping off, at least in these 3 games, 14 or more rebounds in 3 out of his last 5 games. But I just expect this to be a pretty solid outing here for him. And he hasn't hit this in the head-to-head in 3 straight games, so keep that in mind. He's got this one here where he popped off for 65, just went nuts. I'm kind of curious. Let's take a look and see if it makes a difference. See if we can take Kawhi Leonard out of the equation and see if things look different. Maybe Kawhi is a factor there. Okay, so yeah, he's only missed it once when they didn't have Kawhi. And what did that game turn into? That was a blowout, 120-98. So that kind of tells you a little something. Maybe Kawhi is a factor defensively with Jokic. So I'm feeling good about it. I'm not worried about taking a chance on that. All right, so another play I love, Kon Knueppel. This is just beautiful. I'll show you guys why I like the first half. So look at these last 5. So this is what it looks like. First of all, this dude's very underrated. Maybe not. Maybe people know who he is. But coming into the draft, I live out in North Carolina, so my father-in-law were watching a lot of Duke games, and Kon Knueppel was just like, there's so much buzz about Cooper Flagg that Kon Knueppel was not getting enough love, enough hype, in my opinion. But this dude is a powerhouse, and I'm glad Charlotte went and got him. But without LaMelo Ball, he's been really flexing. The minutes have been solid, I think, all year. They threw him right into some pretty solid minutes. Yeah, his lowest game is 25 minutes, just under 26 minutes. But let's take LaMelo Ball out of the equation here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So let's take LaMelo Ball out. He hasn't missed his PRA overall. Now we're taking the first half, and I'm going to explain why. You could take the regular if you want. I like that as well. They're playing against Milwaukee, and I know you're thinking Charlotte versus Milwaukee, but we got no Giannis tonight. And who else is out? A couple significant defenders, if I'm not mistaken. Kevin Porter, yeah, he's pretty solid. Taurean Prince, both of those guys add to the defense for sure. I think Kevin Porter's been out for a minute. But yeah, Giannis was ruled out 2 hours ago, according to Outlier. But let's take a look at this first half, because the first half is when he's doing most of his work. I was kind of shocked to see it. So we talked about what those were. So we're going to take LaMelo Ball out, and I'm telling you, it's going to look like I'm looking at the regular PRA again. Look at these first halves, 23 PRA, 20, 24, 24. He's doing about the majority, like 2/3 of his output is in the first half. And then he's getting like another 10 PRA in the second half. So you could take that whole, or you could just take a look at what he does without LaMelo Ball in the first half. And I like that line much better, 15. He's been clearing it by that much. I mean, solid outings. Like this most recent game against LA, 13.6 rebounds, 5 assists. That's a solid full game. He did that in the first half against LA. Miami, tough matchup, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. I'm liking the way this is looking, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the first half, but you guys take whatever you want. Let's see here. So look at this. This is why I love Outlier. Look at all this information they're giving us. So we can look at the full game matchup, and we can look at the first half matchup, what teams have been allowing in the first half even. So Milwaukee overall ranked 19th in points allowed, 23rd in rebounds allowed, and 12th in assists allowed. That's full game. They're 21st in points allowed in the first half, 24th in rebounds. So it's even softer in the first half. Let's look to small forwards here. That's just, it doesn't give us that much info when you're getting into specific positions, but it looks beautiful at the 3 spot. 27 in points allowed, 25 in rebounds allowed, 19th in assists allowed. So we're loving everything about this. Let's look at what some of these guys, look at all that green, guys beating their lines. It's looking good. Guys doing a decent job. So like RJ Barrett, 14.5 was his line. He went for 23. We have any other DeMar DeRozan, his line was set at 13.5 for the first half. He went for 23. I love this play. I wanted to start on the streak slip with the first game so I could keep adding plays throughout the night, because I'm planning on watching some ball tonight. But so that's why I didn't look to see if they had the first half PRA for Kon Knueppel. But I'm really getting into these partial game plays, which some of you have been watching for a while know that I didn't used to like them as much. Now I'm really getting into it. So let's talk about the Karl-Anthony Towns offensive rebounds. So let's look at this note here. He's exceeded 2.5 offensive rebounds in 6 straight games at home. So we know we're playing at home tonight. Let's look at 2025 in general. So it's been 5 straight games of him getting it done. He's done it 7 out of 10 games in 2025. And yeah, it just seems like a low enough line. Like, sure, I'm going to start my streak slip with this. Let's look at the head-to-head. So he hasn't done it as much in the head-to-head. This is all from last year. But he is kind of on a hot streak right now. 5 straight games of getting that done. Let's see. Yeah, offensive rebounds are kind of rare. So to the center position, Orlando has actually allowed a decent amount of offensive rebounds compared to what, it's looking like, because it's a lot more rare. Guys, first of all, you have to miss your shot to have an opportunity for one. But yeah, the main soft spot is that center position. And then we also have a situation here where they're going with Wendell Carter. I don't know if that's due to injury. Wendell Carter is Mo Wagner is out with knee surgery. But I don't know, is Batiste, how do you say his name? Batiste, is he still, I don't know if he's still with the Magic or not. I got to catch up on some of these roster changes still, but you got Mitchell Robinson and then Karl-Anthony Towns. And we already know on the opposite side, Paolo Banchero doesn't get, the majority of his work is in the full. So, I mean, I know that's like the opposite of each other, but I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe Paolo will make it tough for him, but I'm following this hot streak. You don't have to take this. You can, take whatever you want, but I'm going to take a chance here. He's kind of been in the flames here with the offensive rebounds. So yeah, that covers all of the plays, I believe. We're going to go over some bonus plays real quick for you guys because there's a lot of green on the board. If you guys don't have the DFS optimizer, if you watch my NFL videos, I tell you NBA, this tool is amazing for NBA. So I'm going to refresh it. This is for Prizepicks, but if you guys watch the bonus plays sections of my NFL videos, when do you see this much green? This much, just like we usually get to the red pretty quick and we're like, move on, let's go to Underdog. But yeah. So let's talk about some bonus plays. So we got a couple points combos that they really like to go over. We got the, is it Jaime Jaquez? I believe his name is. I haven't said it since last year. Plus Sam Merrill. They like the points combo 29.5. I got this all set to over. So just so you guys know, 55.45% is what they're calling it to hit. Jimmy Butler and Victor Wembanyama. I really like this one. So 42.5 points between the two of them. That seems very doable. Even Pinnacle has it minus 121. DraftKings has it minus 143. So almost 55% odds to hit. AJ Green, Miles Bridges, they like the 3-pointers made, 5.5 to go over 54.68%. DeMar DeRozan, PRA. I think this does look good. My only concern is the back-to-back. So yeah, 26.5 seems low. But he did just play 35 minutes last night. So keep that in mind. But yeah, 26.5, they got it at a 54% odds to hit, minus 140. Jonas Valanciunas, 12.5 points, rebounds. They like that. I do too. I like that one. Jock Landale, 14.5 points, rebounds, 54%. PJ Washington, rebounds and assists over 10. Yeah, we got no LaMelo Ball. They've got a couple of guys out. Colin Sexton is playing. He's playing, but he was just listed as probable, so he'll probably play his normal minutes. But yeah, PJ, rebounds and assists, sure. I don't hate it, 54%. And then John Collins, points, rebounds, 22.5, 54%. I'm gonna jump over to some Underdog for those of you who play Underdog. Don't forget, code BACKDOOR will get you this optimizer for yourself with 25% off. So you can lock it in for as long as you want. They'll let you lock in the DFS optimizer with the 25% off for as long as you decide to do it. So I think a month is the minimum, and then yeah, you can go all the way up to a year, I think is the max. They'll let you lock that in. All right, so on Underdog, we got Chet Holmgren, rebounds and assists 8.5, ton of juice, 56.61%. They like Dean Wade, points, rebounds, and assists, 15.5. Is that a 54% odds to hit? So a lot more green on Prizepicks today. AJ Mitchell. I'm thinking of Ajayi, that old school running back from Miami, Jay Ajayi or whatever. But anyways, Mitchell, they like his PRA over 23.5, 54%. I like to compare some of these. So yeah, it is a 23.5 on Underdog. You can see over here, we got it on Prizepicks at 24.5. So you are getting a full point discount there. Josh Okogie, 11.5 PRA, does seem low, 54% odds to hit. It's up at 12.5 on Prizepicks. Jock Landale, PRA 16.5, 54%, and that's not even available on Prizepicks. Santi Aldama, 22.5 PRA, 54%. So yeah, decent. It's still a decent amount of juice. There's just not a bunch of green options like there was on Prizepicks today. Jaylen Brown, points, rebounds, 31.5, just under 54%. Same price on Prizepicks. And then we got DeAndre Hunter, 25.5 points, assists, just under 54%. Yep, same price on Prizepicks. Isaiah Hartenstein, 24.5 PRA, 53.5% odds to hit. And it's a full point cheaper on Underdog than it is on Prizepicks. Jose Alvarado. So yeah, we've got Zion Williamson out. We've got, I'm pretty sure a decent amount of their guys are out. And I think we're maybe projected for a blowout in this game. So maybe Jose will get some extra run is what I'm getting at. Yeah, so Portland's favored by 8.5 points, 229.5. So perhaps, maybe Jose will get a little extra run. 15.5 PRA, they like it. 53.53%. Miles McBride. Okay, so 1.5 assists, they like over. Another play from Miles McBride on Prizepicks that I was really thinking about is his 2-pointers made is set at 1.5, and it just seems like really tempting to me. Like 2 buckets. I know that he's mostly a 3-and-D type guy, but 2 buckets just seems so low for 2-pointers made on Prizepicks. But the assists they like 1.5, 53.5%. James Harden points assists 33.5. They like it 53.41. What's that on Prizepicks? That 33 on Prizepicks as well. Okay. I really hope so. I'm just nervous because Harden, he's had a little bit of trouble in the past. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys something cool about Outlier too. So you can just go to lineups here. This is a new thing they added. You just click on the player to jump over to him real quick. So you can just like hang out in this lineup section and just be like, okay, so let's look for a soft spot. You can look at these matchups and be like, oh, the point guard, soft spot, and small forward. Okay. And then you can just jump over to it. Like, okay, let's take a look at Johnson real quick. Cameron Johnson, you can just break it down real fast. He does have a major soft spot there. I'm a little nervous about his minutes. His minutes have been not that much this year. 26 minutes on average all season. He has 2 games where he hit 30 minutes. So that kind of swayed me a little bit, but he's got a major soft spot here. But who are we just talking about? Oh yeah, Harden. So we'll go to Harden real quick. The head-to-head is what makes me a little bit nervous. So this is set on his PRA. 36% hit rate in the head-to-head. And that's the PRA, but what was that? What was that they were calling out? Points assists. Let's check that real quick. We'll go points assists and look at the head-to-head. Not much better. 36% that might have been what I said the first time. And more recently, you guys make of that what you will, but the optimizer likes it 53%. Jalen Brunson, field goal attempts, 18.5. Okay. You're only getting that on Underdog and whatever this one with the flame is. Vucevic, they like his rebounds over. 10.5, 53% odds to hit. Josh Giddey, PRA, 38.5, 53%. So we're going to wrap up there. Try to make this one a little bit shorter, but hopefully we can get some green going. Once again, if you guys do want to come join our Discord, the link is down below to sign up through Patreon. And if we hit that streak slip, I'm going to try to I'm going to see how many I can keep adding throughout the slate tonight. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Don't forget to like the video, show me a little bit of love, hype it if you feel like it. If you have any questions, hit me in the comments. I'll try to get back to you with a little bit of information if you're thinking about a particular play. And if you guys want Outlier for yourself, this is my favorite app. Just sign up through the link below and you'll get a week to check it out. So a little free week trial there, but have a great night, guys. God bless. I'll catch you in the next one.